this game if you ain't bled for it. Welcome to the West Tape, where wisdom hot and static and the beat still tell the truth.
Pages torn from a block-born scroll, where the rules was written in heat, not gold. You ain't never read this game, you inherited, passed hand to hand like a burner, no editing. I still hear codes in the footsteps at night, still read signs in the flick of the light. Corner boys talking a language extinct. If you don't speak pain, you miss the link. Lessons ain't free and the test is fatal, but the ones who pass left jewels on the table. I ain't rapping for clout, I'm archiving truth. This the kind of game that ain't made for you. It's that street game archive, lost but known, written on curbs and caps and dial tone. It's that coded G talk, fading grain. If you know, you know. If not, stay playing. It's that street game archive, myth and sound. Baseline low like the knowledge underground. No hook for the hype, no beat for fame. Just vinyl, breathing in bars with names.
You was learning apps, I was learning traps, while the OGs wrote sermons and pistol claps. Got my morals from dope fiends and dice games, from betrayal in the dark and tattooed names. Ain't no manual, just scars and nods. One wrong step and you praying to God. But the cold part is, it ain't all hate. Sometimes silence save more than a gate. So I pen these bars like I'm pressing the seal, preserving that funk that the mainstream steal. You want truth, then turn off the stream and listen to a tape that ain't made to glean.
This that street game archive, lost but known, written on curbs and caps and dial tone. It's that coded G talk, fading grain. If you know, you know. If not, stay plain. It's that street game archive, myth and sound. Baseline low like the knowledge underground. No hook for the hype, no beat for fame. Just vinyl, breathing in bars with names.
They ain't forget us, they just can't decode us. Bite the West Tape, street certified, digitally buried, never erased.
So I spit it static with a tape head buzz. Every word I drop, archived in dust. This for the ones who talk with no book, whose voice still echo where the cameras won't look. This that street game archive, for the lost, the loyal, the never labeled legends.
Tried to pave over the pain, but the funk still bleeds through. You tuned into the West Tape, where the sound don't just ride, it's a vibe. Underneath the feet of a million ghosts lies the rhythm of a city that done overdosed. You feel it in the cracks where the roses won't bloom, where the paint fades slow and the nights consume. It's the hum in the wire, the thump in the floor. It's the prayers on the wall, it's the blood by the store. It's the OG's last breath in the baseline slide. It's the echo of a slap where the young ones die. They built towers where we used to stand, but they can't bury funk with a developer's hand. Still got soul in the concrete vein, still hear truth in the samples pain.
Oh, funk buried in the concrete, but it breathes in the cold, in the code, in the air we breathe. Soul crackling the walls and streets, every block still sings low but deep. Funk buried in the concrete, hard to see, but it knocks in the trunk when you roll with me. Ain't dead, just hid in the beat. Real ones feel it in the ache of their feet.
Still funk in the dirt, still paint in the groove. Raw hood tested. This that sound of eviction and echo of names on the poles and the candles that glow. This that bounce in a funeral march when the city too loud and the future too dark. Every brick got a tale, every siren a verse, every alley done seen in the best and worst. This for them kids with no safe in sight, but still dance to a beat through the terror of night. You can pave a hood, but the bass still crawl through the gaps in the curb, through the tags on the wall. I'm speaking for the ones they erased from the maps, but still bump from the crates in these underground traps.
Funk buried in the concrete, but it breathes in the cold, in the code, in the air we breathe. Soul crackling the walls and your streets, every block still sings low but deep. Funk buried in the concrete, hard to see, but it knocks in the trunk when you roll with me. Ain't dead, just hid in the beat. Real ones feel it in the ache of their feet. They build walls where murals used to live, but the bass still hum. They lock legends, but the groove still runs.
Take the West tape, the archive they can digitize. So I rhyme for the dust, the lost, the paved, the voices they mute, the corners once brave. You can clean the walls, but the roots don't leave. The funk still talk, you just gotta believe.
Funk buried in the concrete
Still knocks for every soul that the city forgot. West tape.
we dig where others pay. This that hidden gold in broken stone.
No statues, just stories passed through handshakes and scars. You tune into the West Tape, where the real legends got pavement, not playlists. He ain't on no Spotify page, but his name got weight like a gauge. Seen more beef than a butcher back room. Taught the whole block how to slide, how to boom. Never wore a chain, but he held respect. Could shut a whole set down with one side step. He the one that patch beef fed the young. Kept the block alive for the siren song. Posted at the liquor store whispering game. Every line he dropped like a tatted name. Never went viral, but you mentioned his tag. And the whole damn corner gon' lower they flag. Blacktop legends, no camera roll. Just crack sidewalks and heart full of soul. Corner plaques hanging, no chain in sight. But they held the hood down every single night. Blacktop legends faded in smoke. Still hear they name every time we spoke. Cold not in books, but they carved in stone. In the bass, in the beat, in the blocks we own.
For the ones who never needed a stage. For the ones who never needed a stage. He ain't chase fame, he raised fools out the gutter. Taught him how to move slick, stay close to your brother. He was 10 steps ahead, no diploma, just facts. Taught us how to duck heat and to watch our backs. Used to see him at the park, lacing up youth. No filter, no sermon, just raw street truth. He ain't preached peace, but he taught survival. Said don't trust love if it come without rivals. And when he passed, no mirror went up, but the block got quiet and the sky lit up. Now every G-funk bar got a piece of his script. Every rim spins slow for the one that dip. Blacktop legends, no camera roll. Just crack sidewalks and heart full of soul. All no plaques hanging, no chain in sight, but they held the hood down every single night. Blacktop legends faded in smoke. Still hear they name every time we spoke. Hope not in books, but they carved in stone. In the bass, in the beat, in the blocks we own. This for the uncles who ain't never leave the hood, but still make kings out of chaos. Pete the West Tape, where memory don't die, it rides. So here's to the ones in flip-flops and fades, whose names live longer than money it plays. You won't find them on stage, no post, no thread, but they blueprint still got the city fed. Blacktop legends, we ride for y'all. In the funk, in the bass, in the streets, last call.
Cool the ones who clack who fade it was tape.
Dedicated to the real ones. Forgotten by the world, never by the block.
You hear that? That ain't the wind, that's memory. Welcome to the West Tape. What goes walking 4 time. Crack walls still hold the screams from old beef sparked over broken dreams. Spray paint names now faded and flicked, but the silence still shakes when the street lights break. Used to be 10 deep in this alley at night. Now it's echoes and shadows, no homies in sight. Bullet holes patch, but they never erase. You can feel the past breathing when the wind gets laced. Lot of prayers got laid where the dice once fell. Now it's just me, my steps, and a pocket of hell. I walk with ghosts in my periphery view, and they mumble off a bar like they still in the crew. Echoes in the alleyway calling me back to the fights, to the fades, to the nights off track. Cocaine Run from the sound of the lives we lost. Still hear the names every time I cross. Echoes in the alleyway, smooth and cold, with a beat in the dark and a story untold. Ain't no peace where the memories lay, just echoes. Echoes in the alley. Every echo got weight like a casket breathing, and the funk been low when the pain ain't leaving. This ain't nostalgia, this testimony deep. This for the brothers that the pavement keep. Had a homie fade out with no goodbye. Now it's laugh living echoes when the wind slide by. Tape deck memories, slow-mo grief. Tried to scrub the scene, but the soul too brief. Still see outlines when I blink too long. Still hear verses in the night like a half-lost song. The block still sing, but the tone got gray. Melody crack when the OG stray. Echoes in the alleyway calling me back to the fights, to the face, to the nights off track. I run from the sound of the lives we lost. Still hear the names every time I cross. Oh, echoes in the alleyway, smooth and cold, with a beat in the dark and a story untold. Ain't no peace where the memories lay, just echoes. Echoes in the alleyway. We used to laugh here, used to brawl here. Now it's just wind and memory. I'm facing the back of my mind. Cut the West tape with no silence, go unspoken. So I tiptoe through the past with my head on swivel, still ducking shadows that speak in riddles. I ain't alone, just haunted by love that came in the form of a fist and a shove. Echoes in the alleyway. Still walk with me when the beat fade away. The West tape. For the ones whose names were never written, but still heard.
No chorus, just truth. You tap into the rawest vault on the West tape. This that basement funk, grimy and sacred.
I came out the cellar with a mic and a threat. Dust on my Nikes, funk drip in my sweat. No studio lights, just the bulb hanging crooked. Beat on the loop like the block when they shook it. Record hits like the air down here. You can hear the mildew mixed with the blood and the fear. Ain't no pads, we wrote bars on the wall with a Sharpie and rage while the speakers brawl. Ain't no reverb, just echo from pipes. Dripping G-funk dirt in the basement. Nice, this for the cats that ain't have Pro Tools. Just a boom box, gun bars and broke rules. We pressed play and went live with the curse. Kick hit like a warning when you rhyme in reverse. No auto-tune, no punch-ins, no bless. Just breathe and confession, straight funk through the chest. I rap like the power going out in the storm, but the tape's still rolling, the funk still warm. Came from a room where the rats learned to bounce and the bass shook dust off the gas account. Look, I ain't cut from no industry thread. I was patched from a couch with a tech in the bed. Every bar I dropped got rust and crack, like a 45 buried in the back lot shack. This ain't clean, it's honest and stained. Like the first time I cussed and my pops never came. Like the time that I looped this beat for weeks, cause I ain't have a single to drop, just streets. I'm that hiss between the snare and the snitch. The fuse in the basement, they forgot to switch. No hook, cause the story don't pause. Just one long breath from the dirt to the gods. Take the West tape, straight from the basement. If it sound clean, it ain't real.
Ain't no crowd, ain't no clout, just spit or shut up. You locked into the West pedal, West kick, where Andre and ink meet truth and tempo.
Midnight breath with the funk in my throat. Posted in the alley where the real ones spoke. No stage, no lights, just me in the post. With a beat so cold, make a preacher ghost. I spit cold like a walkie with static. Bars cut clean, ain't nothing cinematic. Footsteps echo, but the flow stay tight. Every verse I drop might dim a street light. Concrete cipher, steel toe truth. Every line etched like it came from a tooth. Ain't no filters, we spit like wars with a hoodie full of pain and a mind full of scars.
A midnight alley, no lights, just fire. Where the bars hit harder, no sponsors required.
Street light stage, no crowd, just fake. Where the cipher lives on and the fake deflate. A real one's only if you ain't got skill. You get cooked in the cipher, fed to the chill. Cause ain't no playback, this one take breath. Every bar's a weapon, every pause a threat. Back to back with the dogs I trust. If you choke on the mic, you get left in the dust. Ain't no crowd to boost your weak ass verse. You get 8 in this cipher like a ghost rehearse. I ain't here for your image or chain. I'm here to outbar every fake in the game. This, that raw, that bootleg spark, that park bench fury after curfew dark. We flip flows like blades, no flash, just the glint of steel when the syllables clash. So when you pull up, better bring more than drip, cause we measure by bars, not the brands you flip. The midnight alley, no lights, just fire. Where the bars hit harder, no sponsors required. Whole street light stage, no crowd, just fate. Where the cipher lives on and the fake deflate. A real one's only if you ain't got skill. You get cooked in the cipher, fed to the chill. Ain't no playback, this one take breath. Every bar's a weapon, every pause a threat. This that alleyway temple, no priest, just pressure. Where silence is sacred and rhythm is measure. With the West tape, we don't trend, we test. So step in the circle, leave your ego dead. We don't freestyle, we feed from what's bled. This ain't for the gram, this for those who bled ink. One mic, one like, one line, don't blink. Midnight alley, one take, one shot. Only kings walk out, the rest get forgot. With the West tape, keep your views, we keep the code. Keep your views, keep your views, keep your views, keep the views, keep your views, keep your views, keep your views.
These ain't lyrics, these are archives.
Tune it to the West tape where the past don't die. It just rhyme forever.
Every line I spit got dirt on the edge, like a burner wrapped tight in the brownstone ledge. This ain't rap, this a time capsule talk, where the syllables walk like graffiti on chalk. Grew up where the speakers told truth through the bass, and the code was passed down, no face, just place. What I write ain't trending, it's sacred text. A West Side scroll with a bloodstained flex. Vinyl hissing like the OG's breath. Beat knock slow like a ghost step death. You want bars, I got artifacts sealed in the shoebox of pain you can't stream or feel. These West Side artifacts dug from pain. Bars from the soil, not bar the name. Every rhyme chipped off concrete truth. Legacy laced in the echo of youth. For these West Side artifacts buried deep in the tape hiss, in the bass that creeps. You can hear them if you still believe in the funk, in the fight, and where real G's lead. Got a hook from my uncle that never dropped. Just whistle through the hall while the beef got popped. Got a rhyme from a cipher, nobody film. Where kids spit a verse that gave the whole block chills. Tales from the alleyway, truth and scraps. From church pew whispers to dice game slaps. You ain't living this shit, you just watching it pass. I'm the one who spit scripts from the crack in the glass. I got quotes from murals they try to paint over, but funk bleed back like rust on a rover. Each bar's a relic, a code in disguise. Not for the charts, this for homies who died. Oh, these West Side artifacts dug from pain. Bars from the soil, not bought a name. Oh, every rhyme chipped off concrete truth. Legacy laced in the echo of you. Oh, these West Side artifacts buried deep in the tape hiss, in the bass that creeps. You can hear them if you still believe in the funk, in the fight, and where real G's leave.
This ain't a mixtape, it's a museum. Every verse a tag, every hook a tombstone.
Beat the West tape,
Gold sealed in funk, accessed by respect.
so dust off the crates and rewind the soul. This that West Side gospel and analog gold. When I spit, I'm just lifting the veil, so you hear what the pavement been dying to tell.
These sample books were talked by. We don't sell them, we live them.
Beat the West tape,
Gangsta rap, raw, real.
like a rare tape, motherfucking real.
Yo, pop that deck and let the warble sing. 96 soul on a chrome coated swing. Crack in the beat like the sidewalk split. Every kick got a story that refused to quit. Used to ride with my cousin in a Buick, no tint. Bumping Dre like a scripture, smelling vinyl and mint. These bars ain't clean, they stained with pain. You can hear the block breathe through the analog grain. Got a tape full of moments that the world forgot, but I keep them in rotation like a stolen Glock. I ain't rapping for playlists, this real confession. Recorded in the trunk with a tape deck's blessing. Never tape deck, confidential hits and my truth. All my stories cracked, but they still sound smooth. Play it back slow, let the real unwind. Every pop, every drop got a message in time. Tape deck, confidential, stuck in the dash. Rewound too many times, still hit with that flash. Can't clean this mix, can't stream this pain. Only OGs know how to ride that grain. I speak through dropouts, hiss and bass knock, where the static hit hard like a back alley Glock. This ain't HD, it's CRT soul. Back when the funk got looped, not stole. We ain't have presets, we had patience, waiting for the DJ to fade in greatness. Pause the tape, write the bar, hit record. Now these memories slap harder than awards. Deck wobbling, beat still knocking. Lyrics carved deep like the backseat talking. So don't call this retro, call this preserved. From a decade where the real never swerve. Never tape deck, confidential hits and my truth. All my stories cracked, but they still sound smooth. Play it back slow, let the real unwind. Every pop, every drop got a message in time. Tape deck, confidential, stuck in the dash. Rewound too many times, still hit with that flash. Can't clean this mix, can't stream this pain. Only OGs know how to ride that grain. Every click, that's memory. Every drop, that's lost. This ain't a clean mix, this real life crossfade. Put the West tape where every hit's got history. So play it till the ribbon snap, no fear. This that lost side B you was meant to hear. Funk faded, but it never went dead. It just hit and tape hits right under your head. Full tape deck, confidential. Still plays on. Oh, in the whip, in the wind, and the ones long gone. Paid the West tape. Dizzily buried. Analog immortal. It's like a whale tape. It's like a whale tape. It's like a whale tape. Like the West tape.
We ain't A-list, but we A1 with the rhyme. Welcome back to the West tape. This side don't skip, it just slaps quieter.
This that side B syndicate, grooves that whisper but hit harder than front page clickbait scriptures. My cadence coasting like a 6/4 slow bend, while my pen trace corners where the legends don't trend. We the background noise of your OG's whip, where the real bars chill, no gimmicks, just grip. Jazz loop knocking, but the bass lay soft. Got them old heads nodding while they turn the top off. See, we ain't chasing the fame or the flash, we the hidden line of notes that'll outlive cash. Lo-fi charm with a high-res brain. Every bar I drops like a cold in the rain.
Cold side B syndicate, underground mind, no hot, just soul in every line. You flip the tape and you find that truth where the light don't reach, but the funk come through. Cold side B syndicate, coasting slow, where the rhyme ride deep and the horns still blow. We ain't loud, we just last. Real ones, no side B's built to blast. DJ cut. I spit like the beat, cooking low in the back, with the jazz man's cool and the stick-up kid's tack. You got singles, I got sonics in crates, laid back, but my syllables carry street weights. Mixing metaphors like gin in the trunk. Real G's blend smooth, fake G's just sunk. No chain, just a swing in my syntax flip, where the groove run deep and the rhyme don't slip. See fame come loud, but fades too fast. Side B built slow like a Cadillac's gas. We that bottom shelf bottle with the top shelf taste, the kind that creeps up and knock you straight lace. Soul side B syndicate, underground mind, no hype, just soul
told us side A gets the hits. We said cool, but side B, that's where the real ones write history. Paid the West tape. We don't chase charts, we press time.
So salute to the low plays, the real rhymes left. The tapes with hiss, but bars that flex. I ain't trying to be loud, just right with a groove stay bumping after y'all lose sight.
Paid the West tape, side B legend. We ride under, but rise above.
Sometimes you find the loudest funk in the quietest places. Welcome to the West Tape, where even silence got rhythm, if you really listen.
I used to run from the stillness, scared of the echo, afraid of what might speak when the world got mellow. But the funk found me, not in clubs or clout, in the dead of the night when the noise ran out, when the homies ain't calling, the buzz wore off, and I sat with my pain like a scar I never washed. Wasn't no baseline banging in my chest, just breathing in guilt, but that's where I found rest. All them tears I hid, I looped them in bars, turned my flaws into chords, found strength in the scars. See, the silence don't judge, it just holds space, so I laced up my truth, let the funk embrace.
Funk found in silence, wrapped in grooves. Every wrong turn became a beat I move. Crowd just calm, no stage to soul, where the choir taught me how to take control. Funk found in silence, slow and slow, where the deepest wounds start to grow. Ain't no flex, just truth in the line. Found myself when I dropped the shine.
Used to think I had to bark. Used to think I had to bark to be heard.
Used to think I had to bark to be heard, yelling in ciphers, throwing fists with words. But silence pulled me down to the basement floor, taught me healing ain't loud. It's the moment you swore you never make it but did, scarred and bruised. Now I drop bars like prayers, streets still use. This ain't for the lit crowd, it's for the one in the cut, who crying to ride with the seat leaned up. I seen angels in hoodies, demons in ties, learn that pain don't lie, but it sure do guide. So I press play on the slowest beat I got, and let the funk say the things I could not.
Funk found in silence, wrapped in groove. Every wrong turn became a beat I move. No crowd, just calm, no stage, just soul, where the choir taught me how to take control. Funk found in silence, low and slow, where the deepest wounds start to grow. Ain't no flex, just truth in the line. Found myself when I dropped the shine.
No applause, no beat drops, just bridge, just funk. Paid the West tape, because sometimes
the silence knocks louder than the streets ever could. So when you ride late and the streets go dim and you hear a bass line faint through the wind, know there's someone out there still holding the flame, making peace with the pain, putting soul in the game. Funk found in silence and it never left, still rides with the ones who got nothing left. Paid the West tape, silence sacred, still slapping.